Yo, 2014 Ram. The sway bar's busted a little bit. The other side's kind of on crack too. Looks like an easy enough job to do. A lot of times when I see these tube style sway bars that are broke like that, I just weld the pieces back together and run it. But I went on eBay and saw this sway bar kit. It was amazingly cheap. You go to a parts store, this bar is going to run you a lot of money. So for the price, I'm like, well, what the heck, just get the whole thing. It's got everything. We'll see how this goes together. Looks like taking the sway bar out should be easy enough. I got a sway bar link here. I'm going to put a vice grip on. I might not need to, but I'm doing it anyways. Looks like all these bolts are 18 millimeter. Then I have 4 more 18 millimeters for these sway bar bushings. Looks like these are kind of stuck in here. Give them a wrap and all this should come out. They gave me some nuts and bolts for this. I'm assuming that is for the bushing to frame, but the threads are all wrong. So I won't be using these at all, which is fine. Just more extra bolts for me. I took these bushing straps off the old sway bar. Those I'm gonna need. They give me new sway bar bushings. Looks like they got some kind of funky, I don't know, fiberglass looking stuff in there. But these I can just force on here. I think those will go on like that. There's holes in the straps and notches in the bushings, so you can't screw that up. Somebody might tell you to lubricate these. I'm not doing it. Well, that was some kind of workout. I'm going to put my sway bar links on now. You got neoprene bushings for this. The factory ones are rubber. I actually like rubber better. They seem to last longer. Neoprene's actually cheaper. Some people think it's better. I don't know why. Neoprene doesn't require vulcanizing like rubber does, so that's why it's a cheaper product. Looks like I got a 15 millimeter on this link and a 17 millimeter on the nut. This has got a locking nut on it and it just bottoms out. After it bottoms out, I'm going to torque it to about 20 foot-pounds. That's all the tighter they need to be. Then I can toss this back up in the truck. Okay, this should be the right way now. And I actually had to leave this link loose, these nuts, because I gotta move this around a little bit to get these in the holes. I have a punch here I can use to align these holes. Okay, now I can tighten these nuts all the way to 20 foot-pounds. I had a minor dilemma with this top nut. It's a little cheaply on this aftermarket stuff. It's stripped out at 20 foot-pounds, which is not cool. So I had to cut it off, and I used the original nuts from the original links. These 4 bolts, I'm going to go to 45 foot-pounds. That feels about right. And these nuts I'm going to do to 56. There's a hex right here, but that doesn't really work if you're using a torque wrench on these things. The link won't spin. And if it does, I'll just put a vice grip on here again, but I don't think I'm going to need to. I made another rookie mistake with this bar. It's a really flat bar, so I thought It could go either way, but I had it upside down. The angle on these tangs got to face towards the control arm. When I first bolted it up, they were facing the other way. So I just unbolted everything and turned the bar around and fixed it. And that's a job. Okay, bye.